Hello guys, welcome to Nature's People. Thank you for tuning in. In today's video I'm going to talk about a rather more interesting topic, which is population collapse and why is the world population doomed to plummet in the foreseeable future. Well, first and foremost, I have to start off saying that the world population today stands at 8.1 billion inhabitants, and in the past 5 decades or so, the higher share of those inhabitants, so humans, has been drastically shifting from sort of the rest of the world, that's Europe, Africa and the Americas, towards Asia. I mean, Asia has been bursting in population rates. So why does that happen? Well, I don't know. However, I have to say that because in certain, depending on the regions, the way population is modulated by its own inhabitants, it's in certain parts it's more about quality, and in more other parts about quantity. Well, I'll give you an example. If you talk about South Asia, which we're talking about India, Pakistan and Bangladesh, seemingly that's just my personal perspective, right guys? Humans in that region seem to value more a higher fertility rate to cover up for the economical output, for the gene procreational safety, rather than the quality, which is health and good, a strong immune system and human being. And so goes for East Asia, China. However, for places like say for instance Africa, in Africa you tend to see that not all but most Africans in nature tend to value in the reproductive pathways of the system and of the society. It's more of robustness, like robust, strong people with strong genes, so that the safety of the procreation is safeguarded. Quantity is over, it's more of quality over quantity. And same goes for Europe and goes for the Americas. Slightly different in Asia though. So with that being said, now how the world has become very economical. Now it's more about the economical output and a better quality of life for all the human beings. And with that being said, human beings are having a tendency of looking and really valuing good and quality standard of life, rather than having kids and procreating, which is something that Elon Musk was specifying and was underlying, because it's quite concerning when we have humans that only think about procreating, only think about wealth and status, rather than procreating and leaving something in the world. Because all we want is for us to go on into this earth regardless. So having said that, it seems for me that because Asian nations their populations are plummeting at a very rapid pace, that can sort of cover up for lower and higher quantity, better quality descendants, because a woman will tend to have a tendency of reaching out for men who are more wealthier and can provide higher quality of life, rather than valuing a man that just has physical prowess and is not pro wealth, pro smartness. And so it's more about the ability of building wealth. And well, that's quite interesting also, because if the thing is about building wealth, and it's not about procreating, then that's a little bit odd, because we need to balance both. We need to procreate and to enjoy life, all in all. And as the years pass by, you guys might notice that the dating frame and structure has just become like harder by fivefold. It's harder to meet females. It's harder to date those females. It's harder to engage with those females into a relationship, and it's harder to make a frame of a good relation long term. I mean, to convince a woman today to have a relationship long term seems to be getting a little bit harder and a little bit confusing for us men, because it's just in the dating game has just become so tight and hard that it seems like everything is slipping away from our hands. I mean, why do I specify dating here? Because dating is just the primary thing. It's just like it's the foundation for a relationship, and then a security in the relationship, and then marriage, and from marriage onwards just security and involvement in general. So it's quite concerning when we're having human beings that are just there and they don't even start it up. They don't even make the first move to start with. Well, guys, it's important. It's really, and I stress it out, this is very important to maximize the strength in the willingness to make things happen, and to procreate, and to value life, rather than just looking at a frame of things in a blinded and in a discriminatory way. If you watch this video and you don't have kids, and you feel that it's necessary for your kids, go have kids. I mean, it's you staying here. So think about this for a second. Look at life in general. Like, if you're here, your past ancestors have gone through the dances or the ups and downs of dealing with a potential partner, and convincing that potential partner of becoming their partner, impregnating them, and making sure they have kids. So it's really important to stress that out and to work for it to happen, and to materialize it. Otherwise, what will happen, especially if you're a woman, you'll reach your 30s, 36, 37, 38, and then you're past menopause, you don't have any kids, and this starts putting your brain into a state of haywire and stress, because you were unable to keep your blood and your bloodline on earth. And as the time goes, nature in the recent days, with the advance of internet and all, for me, this is my personal perspective, nature is seeming to be like willing to prune out all the weak genes on earth. Not necessarily weak genes, but the lack of proactiveness as far as reproduction and understanding of procreation is concerned. It's starting to damper that down, and we're no longer having kids. It's really concerning and alarming. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I don't think I brought any new information, like as far as stats are concerned, but I just brought my personal perspective on what is actually going on and how can we address the status quo. All right, guys, thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye for now.